Barcelona defeat Athletic Club 4-0 at the Spotify Camp Nou. It feels so good to be able to say that. At the Spotify Camp Nou. I've been doing match reviews on YouTube consistently after basically every game. I've missed a couple, but I've done a match review after every game on this YouTube channel since January of 2024. So almost 2 years. That is the first time I can say Barcelona won a game at the Spotify Camp Nou. You realize how crazy that is? I've had to say Montjuic or the Stadium Johan Cruyff. I've never been able to say the Camp Nou, and today I'm able to say that. And I'm so happy that Barcelona's back in their home. That is where they belong, at the Camp Nou. It was so amazing, bro, today. And the stadium obviously isn't ready yet. There's still some empty seats, a lot of empty seats still, obviously because construction's still going on. But still, just the atmosphere of the Camp Nou, it's different, bro. It's different. You could tell the players felt it as well. You could tell the players felt it as well. So, you know, the win is great. I'm obviously happy that Barca got the win. If Barca would have lost today, it wouldn't have been a sweet. But I was just happy seeing Barca go back to the Camp Nou because I know that every single Barca fan has been yearning for this moment since they moved to Montjuic. Montjuic never had an atmosphere, never really had that vibe of being a home, you know, and now Barca have that. So, again, even though it's not ready yet, even though it's not at full capacity, however many fans there are, 45,000, it was just great. And the introduction of the, not the introduction, but like the two socios that have been there for I don't know how many years, that went out and kicked the ball first. That was great too. Obviously, a great gesture from the club to give them that moment. So, just very happy with it. Very, very happy. And again, man, 4-0 against Athletic Club. That's a UCL team. Athletic Club are in the UCL. And, you know, that's just a dominant victory. Dare I say, our best game this season, keeping a clean sheet. I had my ass clenched till the final whistle, not because obviously Barca were in jeopardy of ever losing that game, but it was because I was just, please keep the clean sheet. I was just hoping for the clean sheet. The clean sheet today, to me, meant as much as the win. Because over the past few months, I was starting to think this team was never going to keep a clean sheet. Watching the game against Vigo, against Bruges, against Sevilla, I was like, against Olympiacos, I was like, are we ever going to keep a clean sheet? And today they did it. Against a team that, like I said, are in the UCL. So, the Camp Nou is back, a clean sheet, Joan Garcia is back. Can we ask for anything else? Rafinha came into the game, Bernal got more minutes than he usually does. Varane is scoring goals, Lamine looks like a fucking beast out there, bro. What a great day today is. What a great day today is. I cannot ask for a better start of the weekend. But anyway, let's talk about the game now. We're talking a lot of big picture, a lot about the Camp Nou. Let's talk about the game now. Like I said, lineup, Joan Garcia in goal. Finally, he's back. Oh my God. That Joan Garcia is just different, man. He's different. I'm so happy that he's back. Obviously, at right back, we had Koundé. The two center backs were Gerard Martin and obviously and Cubarsí. And then at left back, we had Balde. It wasn't really set up like that. I mean, it's set up like a back four, but it was really a back three of Cubarsí, Koundé, and Gerard Martin playing left center back, and Balde was mostly hugging the touchline, playing more as a winger. But again, on paper, it was a 4-3-3. And then the two pivots were Eddie Garcia and Fermín López. And then the front four was Ferran Torres on the left because Rashford is dealing with the flu, I'm pretty sure. Then we had Lamine Yamal on the right, Dani Olmo getting the start alongside Fermín López, and that striker Robert Lewandowski. A really, really good lineup from Flick. Obviously, like when I first saw it, I was a little bit confused. You know, Gerard Martin and Balde both starting. We saw Fermín and Dani Olmo both starting. I was like, how is this going to work out? But it worked out really well, man. In the first half, like I said, the team started off with so much intensity because they were excited to be at the Camp Nou. I can't blame them, bro. Like you're playing. That's the first time Pau Cubarsí's ever played at the Camp Nou, ever. Pau Cubarsí had never played a game at the Camp Nou in his career. That's the first time Fermín López ever played at the Camp Nou. Lamine Yamal only played a few games at the Camp Nou. Like the last game Barca played at the Camp Nou was May 28th, 2023, bro. That game against Mallorca, where Gavi scored that goal and Ansu Fati scored a goal as well. I remember that game. That was the second to last game of the season when Barca won the league. That was the last game that Barca played there. So obviously Cubarsí wasn't there for that. Fermín wasn't there for that. Gerard Martin was not there for that. So it was their first game there. They were obviously excited. Barca started off the game really, really well. And they got the first goal in the 4th minute. Lamine Yamal has a great run. He loses the ball, unfortunately, but then Eddie Garcia does a great job to recover the ball high up the pitch, plays it to Robert Lewandowski, and Lewa, man, with a little, does that ball, is it like a nutmeg, or I don't know what it is, but it's just a great play to make some space for himself and shoots it to the near post with his weak foot, with his left foot. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was with his weak foot, obviously. And then Unai Simon, he could be doing better there. I'm not going to lie. Unai Simon could be doing better there because he gets a hand to it. But still, it was a great finish from Lewa. At that point, it was 1-0. And, you know, we were playing fairly well. The intensity was good. The counter-pressing was good. We were not allowing Bilbao to get out of their own half. But then around, you know, around the 20th minute, I think is when Barca had their last shot on target of the first half before the second goal from Ferran Torres. And in those minutes, from the 20th to like the 45th minute before Ferran got the goal, it was looking a little bit more, it was not up in the air because Bilbao only had a couple chances, a couple good chances. Who was it? Nico had a chance. By the way, Nico just kept getting whistled every time he had the ball, which I actually really like Nico Williams as a player, bro. I really like Nico Williams. So it doesn't hurt to see because he kind of fucked us. And Bilbao is a club, man. All these meetings with La Liga, they can go suck a dick. But anyway, Nico, I like him as a player, but he was getting whistled, and you know the fans don't forget. They don't forget. So Nico had a chance, and then there was a couple other chances that there was one where Joan Garcia made a really good save on. But yeah, they were creating chances. It's not like they were creating clear-cut chances, but I felt like we had less control of the game. And that's when that goal from Ferran Torres came right before halftime, and it could not have come at a better time because that was a great goal, and it just gave Barca so much more security going into halftime. And that goal, by the way, that pass from Lamine Yamal, it's just beautiful to Ferran Torres. Lamine Yamal today had 2 assists. Ferran Torres had 2 goals. Every Lamine Yamal assist was for a Ferran Torres goal. So they connected really well today. And that pass from Lamine Yamal, the Trivela outside of the boot, Ferran Torres. The finish was a little bit sloppy, I'm not going to lie. Unai Simon, again, for that goal, could be doing better as well because he doesn't really do... He doesn't really showcase his quality there. I mean, he is the goalkeeper for Spain. He is a Euro-winning goalkeeper. You expect Unai Simon to be doing better there, but he doesn't do better there. And the ball just kind of trickles into the back of the net. And that was 2-0 going into halftime from Barcelona. I thought in the first half, like I said, we played well. We showed a lot of intensity. Our back line looked so much more organized. Like I said, Bilbao had chances, but they weren't the usual chances that Barca concede, which is, you know, getting us with the high line. You know, not being able to draw them offside and they get them behind. It wasn't really that. It was different kinds of chances, which I'm happy to see because again, I can tolerate Barca, you know, conceding chances. It's normal. It's a football team. Like I said, I'm going to say it one more time. I've said it multiple times, but I'll say it again. That's a UCL team. That team plays in the UCL. Their coach is really good. We know what Ernesto Valverde is. He's not. Do I think he's an elite coach? No, but he's a really, really good coach. So I'm not going to sit here and act like Barca should never concede a chance. That's naive. But it's the kind of chances we concede that pisses me off. And today, seeing us not concede chances that are stupid or that we usually concede, it gave me a lot of optimism because, like I said, I thought we looked really good. And yes, we kind of stopped with the intensity going forward as much around after the 20th minute, after our last shot on goal. But we had a couple other chances, you know what I mean? Like Ferran had a great play where he was offside. Ferran had a shot where, you know, he missed it. It was good. I like the first half today. I like the play from Eddie Garcia. I really like what Fermin Lopez said. I love what Lamine Yamal did. I love the goal from Lewa. I like the way the backline played as a whole. It was just great. And then the second half came around. Araujo came in for Alejandro Valde because Valde, unfortunately, I think he hurt his neck or something, or his head. I think he had a head injury, which obviously purrs to Valde. Hopefully he's healthy because he's such an important player for us. I thought Valde actually played really well in that first half as well. Kind of having that whole left flank to himself. I thought he had a really good game. But yeah, Araujo came in for Valde. And then, yeah, I mean, it was just, we had a chance in the first half where Ferran just couldn't finish. It was early in the second half, sorry, apologies. In the second half, there was a chance early on where Ferran couldn't finish. And then, around the 40th minute, there's a third goal of the game. And it's courtesy of Fermin Lopez. Because Fermin Lopez just continues this thing where he makes such an impact every time he's on the pitch. And again, who was it that won the ball back? Similar to the first goal, high up the pitch. It was Eddie Garcia once again. A guy who, you know, you play him at CDM, he does a job. You play him at center back, he does a job. You play him at right back, he does a job. This guy's the ultimate utility player, bro. He's the ultimate utility player. You can literally play him anywhere. He's like Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts plays at right field. He's a great right fielder. He plays at center field. He's a great center fielder. He plays at shortstop. He's a great shortstop. It's the same thing. Obviously not to the level of Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, by the way, is a baseball player. But anyway, Eddie Garcia is that guy, bro. And he won the ball back once again. He plays that great ball for me, and then Fermin with the finish, man. Scoring his first goal at the Camp Nou. I could not be more happy about that. And then Fermin actually got Sunset sent off because he got plastered, bro. At first it was a yellow card. You look at it on the replay, a clear red card from Sunset. He completely tries to cripple Fermin Lopez, turn him into Oscar Pistorius. Except Fermin's not going to murder his wife. But anyway, he completely tries to cripple Fermin Lopez. Fermin, you know, he's obviously in pain on the ground, and then the ref looks at it, he sends him off. Rightfully so, Sunset cannot be doing that shit. And then apart from that, man, it was just, you know, Joan Garcia had a couple great saves. We saw Bernal come into the game. We just had control of the game. There was also that one chance where Ferran Torres was through on goal. I think he was offside. Yeah, he was offside. I mean, Lamine kind of squares it to him, and at first he shoots it right at Unai Simon, and then the ball falls back to him, and he shoots it like from the ground, like sitting down, and it hits the crossbar, which I thought was pretty funny. Maybe that's just me, but I thought it was pretty funny. And again, it was offside. It wasn't going to count for shit, but it was just funny how it was kind of goofy what happened there. But anyway. Rafinha also came in, and right before the end of the game, Barca got their last goal, which was a beautiful play. Like, just a miraculous, a tremendous, a marvelous, a spectacular, an orgasmic. I can't even think of any other adjective to describe what I saw from Lamine Yamal. That was ridiculous, man. That reminded me, like, watching those two guys connect for that goal, And it's not apples to apples exactly, but it just reminded me of the 5-0 at the Camp Nou against Real Madrid. Messi's pass to Villa for, I think it was the third goal of the game. The pass that Messi plays to David Villa, in behind like that. It was like Lamine Yamal, Messi playing the ball in behind to Ferran Torres, David Villa. You know, number 10 to number 7. It's just like you can't write it any better. You literally cannot write it any better. It was beautiful, man. That was such a great ball from Lamine Yamal. I mean, the play there, man, at first they called it offside. Thank God they reviewed it and gave the assist to Lamine Yamal because he deserved that assist. That was a crazy good assist from Lamine Yamal. And I feel like this team is finally starting to get back to that team that we saw, you know, dare I say, last season, man. And not to be too optimistic, but I really like what I saw today. I thought Jero, when he came in, had a couple good moments as well, linking up play fairly well. Bernal had a couple sloppy moments, but I thought overall, he actually, you know, he's kind of getting into the groove of things. I'm not expecting Bernal to come in the limited minutes that he has in real games and, you know, just show out every time, because again, he hasn't really found his form yet because he barely plays. He's coming back from a brutal injury and he's barely getting any playing time, but when he comes into the pitch, I can see the potential. I can see what he's trying to do. So I like what I saw from Bernal. I like what I saw from Dro. I liked overall what I saw from Rafinha. He wasn't getting the ball nearly as much, but you can tell how much it means to him to be back. You can tell how much it means for the fans to see Rafinha back into the game. So overall, man, today could not have been more perfect for Barcelona. Tied on points with Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid will play tomorrow against Elche away from home, so we'll see how that game plays out. But if Real Madrid drop points tomorrow, you know, if they tie, Barca will still obviously be in second. But if they lose, it will be tied for first place. Then all this shit about the skies falling, it will kind of go away because, again, you're tied for first place in La Liga. So I was really happy with what I saw. I think talking about some of the players now specifically, individually, really quickly here, Joan Garcia was fantastic today, man. He was so good. Just the way he gives us security in between the posts is something that Szczesny can't quite do. The way he comes out for crosses and claims them. He's an elite goalkeeper, and we're seeing it. So the fact that he's back, it gives me so much confidence in this team that, you know, we can not be as leaky as we were with Tech, because again, I think Tech sometimes, his playing out from the back isn't great. His shot stopping kind of deteriorated a little bit this year compared to last year. So Joan Garcia in between the posts, really happy to have him back. Got right back Koundé. I thought Koundé played well today, man. I thought Koundé had a really good game, was recovering the ball fairly well, was going forward trying to do stuff. Sometimes his passes were misplaced, but I think overall he was playing really good 1-2s. You know, he was moving the ball quickly, which I like to see. He wasn't holding on to the ball, and I just like what I saw from him as a right back today. I thought he completely shut down Nico Williams. And again, Nico might have been in his own head playing at the Camp Nou. The fans hate him. You know, he's like, I've never played here. Why are they whistling me? Well, we know why they're whistling you. But anyway, I thought Koundé today held his own fairly well. And Koundé, by the way, always does fairly well against Nico Williams. So I was happy to see Koundé gain that form again, because we need him, bro. We need him. He's still a great player. I mean, I'm not sitting here acting like Koundé's done after, you know, a couple bad games to start the year. So I think Koundé had a good game today. Really good game. The two center backs, Cubarsí and obviously Gerard Martin, if you want to call it that. I thought they were both really good. I thought Cubarsí was really good today, playing out from the back. I thought he was spectacular. And Gerard Martin, man, for all the shit he gets, I mean, from me, from other Barca fans, I actually thought today he did a really good job. I thought today he did a really good job. And also Araujo, when he came in, I thought Araujo did a good job as well. Balde, obviously, like I said, played only the first half. When Balde was in, I thought he played well those 45 minutes. Moving on to the midfielders, Eddie Garcia, and obviously Fermin Lopez. Fermin, fantastic. Off the ball, he's so good. Always pressing, always trying to win the ball back. He's so active. I love that about Fermin Lopez. And got a goal today as well. The guy's ridiculous. Won a red card too. Guy's a beast, bro. He's a beast. The fact that Barcelona were even considering selling this guy to Chelsea is crazy to me. And Chelsea, by the way, also got a win today, so that'll be a good matchup during the week at Stamford Bridge. But anyway, that for me was fantastic today. Arguably man of the match. And Eddie Garcia is man of the match for me today. The first goal and the third goal happened directly because of him, because he wins the ball high up the pitch. And I thought today defensively his positioning was so good, his awareness was so good, cutting out the passing lanes, being at the right place at the right time. I really like what I saw overall from Eddie Garcia, a guy who, like I said, is the ultimate utility player. He played so well today, man. So really happy to see that midfield tandem work, because obviously without Frenkie de Jong, without Pedri, we don't have the same control that we have in the midfield usually of keeping the ball. In the first half, we struggled with that at times, just keeping the ball and circulating it and just, you know, kind of bringing pause to the game. That's why I think the Club were able to get back in it a little bit. But in terms of like off the ball, I thought both of them were great. And like I said, Fermin gets a goal. Eddie Garcia has 2 ball recoveries high up the pitch to obviously get goals for Barca. So fantastic job from both of them. Lamine Yamal was amazing today, man. It was a little bit quiet in the second half, but then he got that assist, which just like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You could tell he was trying to get a goal, trying to, you know, get a goal at the Spotify Camp Nou. Because Lamine has scored. I think Lamine has scored at the Spotify Camp Nou, but I'm not sure. I think he has, but I could be wrong. If he has, maybe it's 1 goal that he scored there. So he doesn't have like a long track record of scoring in that stadium. But today he gets 2 assists. Both of the assists were not like, they were not stupid assists, like where you pass it to somebody and they score from like 30 yards out. This was like, he basically made the goal. He put it on a plate for Ferran Torres. So To see Lamine, man, today, he was so hyped. I love that guy, bro. I love the way he played today. And then obviously left wing, we had Balde really, but now like it was Ferran Torres, not Balde, it was Ferran Torres at the left wing. Got 2 goals today. I thought Ferran played really well. I really like what I saw from Ferran. Again, sometimes his finishing could be a little bit better, but got 2 goals today. There's nothing we could say with this. We can't complain. I'm not gonna complain about Ferran Torres getting 2 goals. He did a great job today. Striker Lewandowski was quiet, I feel like, when he was on the pitch, apart from the goal. Obviously he got the goal, but I feel like overall his game, when it came to link up play and hold up play, he was a little bit quiet, wasn't really involved in the game as much as I wanted him to be. But of course got the first goal of the game, which kind of gave Barca, you know, it made him feel a lot more comfortable starting off, getting a goal that early. So really like what I saw from Leo. And then moving on, saving the, not the worst for last, because that sounds like I'm being a dick, but I think Dani Olmo, man, there's too many times where he misplaces passes. There's too many times where he loses the ball. There was a time where he lost the ball where it led to Athletic Club counter-attack, and it was really dangerous where they almost scored. I'm still waiting for that Dani Olmo that we saw last season, and maybe that's the problem, that we're not going to get it. I keep waiting for it, but we're not going to get it. You know what I mean? So maybe it's our fault. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's people watching this' fault that, you know, if you guys are like me, that we're waiting for that same Dani Olmo. I don't know if we're going to get it this year, but I don't think he was terrible. But again, when you see him and Fermin on the same pitch together, you realize how different they are and how much more I think Fermin sometimes provides to a game. In a different way than normal, but I feel like Fermin just provides something different. And it's super jarring to see them both on the pitch at the same time because, again, we're not used to that. Usually when Fermin is on the pitch, Olmo's on the pitch, or vice versa. When Olmo's on the pitch, Fermin's on the pitch. But seeing them both on the pitch today, it made me have a kind of a different appreciation for Fermin. And yeah, man, overall, Hansi Flick's first game at the Spotify Camp Nou, I think Flick today coached a really, really good game. I think overall, man, the clean sheet back at the Spotify Camp Nou, there's nothing I can say. I'm so happy that football's back. No more international break for a while, so really happy, man. I can't be happier than what I just saw. It was a great day today. Great day today. Joan Garcia, Rafinha coming back. It was great. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I love every single one of you, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.